All right, old Dougie Guerrero. Very happy to have him here. He'll be on the Major League team next season. That's a guarantee. But now the focus needs to be back on this season. Again, we are not quite where we wanted to be standings-wise. Primary reason for that, a couple of key injuries. Ivan Herrera has been limited to just 49 games, and we are still without Jackson Merrill for another month, most likely. I'm intrigued to see if we can kind of survive this. Also, Lourdes Gurriel is a bit injured too. Best way to handle this. Are there any... Ooh, Michael Ciani is out there as a free agent. Fortunately, he's plummeting because he's not playing. There's also Will Benson out there. Alex Verdugo. Who would sign Alex Verdugo? Come on now. I thought that was a really interesting... A really interesting debate that was led by one Eric Hosmer being like, why hasn't someone signed Alex Verdugo? And it's like, well, because he's not that good. He's not that good. I get the idea of being like, wow, that's kind of crazy that like Rizzo and Verdugo were on the Yankees, roster and everything. And now all of a sudden they're not being signed, but like, man, they weren't good. When you're starting to question, like, man, is WAR even a good stat to try and prove your point? Like, it's not great, It's not great. But Anthony Santander, I mean, there are options. Santander still has good power. So we could go for somebody like Ciani. I think Rizzo was fucked over. Again, though, he wasn't that great last year. Like, is it that shocking that a guy who hit 228 didn't get signed? Is it that shocking? Santander might not be a bad shout just for the power. He is as good against lefties. And we could go with Ciani. It's okay, some players have a 63 plus WAR and get their pages deleted because the... Love my country, let me tell you. And I wouldn't mind bringing back Ciani. You can sign Kelenic now. Yeah, I saw that. Because at least we know Ciani's solid defensively. Benson cannot hit against lefties. At least we know Ciani is going to provide gold glove level defense. He was also playing with a concussion at one point. The Yankees snapped it to see. Which, again, leads you to the argument of with another team being like, well, you're old and coming off of a concussion. Do we want to invest in you, It's true, Robles does have pretty good defense as well. What does Ciani want? Oh, my God. 5-year deal, huh? All right. Mike, I'm willing to bring you back, buddy. I'm willing to bring you back for the rest of the year. Oh, no, shit, I got a full roster. Never mind, Mike. No, I'm not. All right, the team is the team, then. The team is the team. Screw it. We'll survive. We'll survive. This is a very important month for us, though. We're still hovering around 500, battling to get over it, and indeed, we are one game over 500 as of September 1st. Have the Pirates secured a ring? Yes, and then Paul Skeens went to the Cubs. We're 3.5 back of the division. 3 games out in the wild card. We're still in the running. We are still in the running. Herrera's still batting .346. Jesus. You got Harris, 26 home runs. Hoskins has 30, so that combo at first base has worked pretty well. Second base, Tulibits could get called up, but again, we have Marcus Semien just there as a filler player. Fleming again is struggling, but it's worth the growing pains. Still got Beatty and Chapman at third. That's fine too. Westberg's down another point, even though he's hitting .282. I don't like it. Semien's there for pregame catering. Basically. Just trying to see who our September call-up might be. Might honestly be Tulibits. Left field, Alonso, of course, Gurriel. Center, now Merrill's healthy again. And right, Allman or Rodriguez. Let's go with Tulibits. We're going to give him the call-up here, even though he's not 100%. Because he's going to be pushing Forrest Fleming for that starting job in subsequent seasons. We will call up Mark Valley to AAA. We'll put Henry Perez in double. And we can call up one of the outfielders to double as well. Let's go with Jeremy Rivas. Just because of the injuries. Then for the pitchers, Josh Swanger. Down to an 87 this year, which kind of blows. 2 saves, 7 blown, 32 holds, a 4.33 ERA, 3.25 FIP, so he's been let down by the defense a bit. Juan Medrano looks like he's been fantastic. Silva could get the call up. Kurowski looking okay. English has a 103 whip. What about Hooper? Not bad. Montez, not bad. Goodson, not bad. Our bullpen's actually been pretty good. Caved and bought the game. I have terrible impulse control. It is a fun game, though, man. I'm having a good time with it. It's not perfect or anything, but I am still having a good time. There's still some things that need to be addressed, but Wyatt Sposato, a 4.91 ERA. We need to see that FIP rating down, buddy, or you're not going to make it. Yeah. I think Sposato will get a little bit more seasoning in AAA. Ullman's done well. Choo-Choo is not ready to go. We're going to keep Allman down in AAA. So Wyatt Sposato is going down. So is Choo-Choo. Cairo and Feliciano both look ready to go. But we do have a full 40-man. Jimmy Nunez is on the 40-man. Why? Takoa Roby, get out of here. Sam Reverse, you as well, get out of here. And Matt Batten, get out of here as well. All right. So, Giancarlo Feliciano. And Pedro Cairo will get opportunities, as will Henry Silva, the 21-year-old. There we go, and we'll call up Blanton to AAA to fill in. Okay. Lose to Washington, but let's see what's that rotation. Sasaki, Matthews, Henley, Feliciano, and Cairo. It's got Silva as a long reliever right now. Maybe I should call up one more dude. Then again, it should have Goodson. He's got 62 stamina. What are we doing here? But again, the bullpen, not bad. Can you find any good UDFAs in the game? Every time I've looked heading into spring training, they're never there. And even now, right? Like the first baseman that we drafted would be there, I suppose, if he was any decent or bad. And yeah, they don't seem to show up. So UDFAs this year, I don't know if I've just been looking at the wrong time, but they have not been much of a factor. Mongera we had last year. So yeah, I'm not sure. Don't have to go back in the next year's draft. I'm pretty sure they do. Like previously, they didn't always, though. Let's see. Lineup-wise, Ullman, Alonso, Herrera, Harris, Merrill, Beatty, Westberg, Hoskins, Fleming. Still a decently strong lineup. Still decently strong. All right, can we do anything against Washington? We win that series. Not bad. We got 3 games against Philly. We win that series as well. And then 3 more games against Washington. We win that series too. 2 games back of Milwaukee. Where are we in the wild card? 2 games back in the wild card. We're in the mix. I think we'd safely be leading this division if we didn't have the major injuries. Smelly, I did. I thought it was a great show. 3 games against the Yankees, who went from first overall pick to 77 wins already. We do lose that series to them. So we're now 2.5. Dude, look at this division. Oh, my God. We're even with the Cubs. The Pirates are a game back. Like, this is nuts. Holy. Like, even the Reds aren't dreadful. Oh, my God. 3 games against Milwaukee. This could decide the season. Damn. That hurts. That hurts. Loss for Henley, Matthews, and Sasaki. Smell, yeah, I imagine so. We're now 5.5 back of the Brewers. 3 back in the wild card. That is a loss, a series of losses that we probably don't recover from. 4 games against the Cubs. So our AAA team misses the playoffs, as did the AA. We did win 3 out of 4 games against Chicago. 4 games back of the Brewers. 1.5 back in the wild card. Oh my God. Hey, okay. 3 games against Miami, and then 3 games against Pittsburgh. Game 1 against the Marlins, an 87-win Marlins team. Is a nice 2-0 win. Game 2, 3-4, 4-3 loss. Final game against Miami is another loss. Shit. We are 3 games back for the division. 3 games back for the wild card. Shit. Those losses to Miami and Milwaukee. I mean, again, the injuries midseason. We're a playoff team if it's not for those injuries. Game 1 against Pittsburgh is a loss. And that will do it. So close yet so far for St. Louis. We will still not see the return to playoff baseball as the Pirates sweep us to drop us to 80 and 82. So your playoffs: Kansas City and New York, winner plays Cleveland. Seattle and Baltimore, winner plays Boston. On the other side, Miami and Colorado, winner plays New York. Chicago and Pittsburgh, winner plays San Diego. So Pittsburgh, Chicago, they both made it. Brewers absolutely choked. We were so close, man. We were so close. Ended up being 5 back of the wild card by the end of it. And of the division as well. Again, if it wasn't for key players missing time, I think we would have been good. We look at Ivan Herrera, who is declining in some ways. Now that he's 30, because of course. But again, he was limited to just 94 games. In that time, 334 average and 865 OPS. If we have him for the full season, we make the playoffs. He is such a difference maker for us, it's not even funny. Yeah, and just under 100 games, he had a 4.1 WAR on the season. If he's healthy all year, we make the playoffs. No doubt. No doubt. Leonardo Bernal behind him, to be honest, though, wasn't that bad. He had an 809 OPS himself. But obviously, just he did well, but he cannot replace who was lost. So, 4.1 WAR in 94 games, dark horse MVP candidate in full season? Absolutely. First base, Chunky Harris up to an 87. Let's go, Chunkster. Oh my God, look at the improvement too. And he's still just 22 years old. A new career high of 31 home runs and 98 RBI with a 799 OPS. CWP, the 11 months. Welcome back. I am doing relatively well. No complaints. How have you been? But man, Chunky Harris, huh? 1.9 WAR on his own this year. And then Rhys Hoskins turned out to be an unbelievable signing as a DH. To be honest, he might be brought back for one more go-around. 32 home runs, 85 RBIs. He did strike out 160 times. But the power that he provided to the lineup was more than worth it. So, well done, Rhys Hoskins. Second base, Forrest Fleming. He is up to a 77. He is going to have competition from James Tulibitz, even Alden Karnitz, and Jacobson really soon. We have a lot of people in the mix. Some good improvements for Forrest this year. Again, electing to try and develop him over getting somebody better. There's the argument there. We'll see if it pays off. I still don't think we're blaming his struggles for not making the playoffs, so it's the injuries more than anything. Brett Beatty was brought back for the year. 31 years old now, 11 home runs, 56 RBIs. Was still solid at the plate. He has been a really good filler third baseman. He's not a star, but he is really, really solid. But we do have to address that third base issue sooner rather than later, because obviously like Matt Chapman was a depth option this year. We don't have that big-time third base prospect. We just don't. Shortstop, Jordan Westberg, down to an 82. God, why? He's got 1 year left on his deal after this. 17 home runs, 65 RBIs, a 784 OPS. Did have 11 errors this year at short, so I mean, I guess I understand some declining, but Jesus, he's in free fall. Left field, Alexis Alonso. Good improvement this year. Up to an 82 overall now. 14 home runs, 55 RBIs, a 743 OPS. So again, he's the guy taking over after having to move on from Evan Carter, who just wasn't worth the big money. And Gurriel, of course, he's old. 8 home runs, 20 RBIs this year. Jackson Merrill in center. Limited to just 88 games this year. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Herrera and Merrill missing significant time. Cost us a playoff spot, no doubt about it. No doubt. And then Jeff Allman and right, up to an 80. Not bad. 12 home runs, 69 RBIs, a 703 OPS. So these corner outfielders, they're looking kind of Carter and Walker-ish, aren't they? They're looking kind of like that. It's a little bit scary. We need them to be a little bit better at the plate. And then, of course, pitching-wise, honestly, like the bullpen was solid. Like we have Karowski, Swanger, Madrano, a bunch of younger guys around them, and we're adding Guerrero next year. So I'm very, very happy with the state of the bullpen. Sasaki, I mean, a 3.07 ERA. Obviously, we sent down James Bond to AAA midseason. Ullman also ended up getting sent down. So did Sposato. But we still have so many young pitchers that are in the mix here. You know, Pedro Cairo's on the come up. Steven Dixon, major league caliber in my estimation, at a 75 overall. So, yeah, the pitching staff, it's still just a matter of who can earn that spot versus just who can't quite measure up to what they need to be. But I'm happy with this season. As Roki Sasaki pitched the most innings this year. Only thing we're going to look at right now, again, I'm not going to look through every single stat because, you know, it takes a while. But NL pitching war, it was Logan Gilbert leading the way. Quinn Matthews was fourth. Not bad. Not bad. And then AL pitching war, Reed Detmers at a 5.4. Cade Povich was there. Could have traded for him in a different timeline. AL batting war, it's Bobby Witt Jr. at a 7.2. What would have happened if we ended up with Gunnar Henderson or James Wood? We'll never know. And then NL batting war, Josh Young led the way. De La Cruz was up there. Adley, dude, those two being on the same team is disgusting. And then the other really fun one to check, of course, is home runs. Spencer Torkelson. And Nolan Gorman, tied for the lead at 38. The second I let go of somebody, man, like, look at what he was doing for us, right? Inconsistent. He goes there and has a career year with an 894 OPS and 38 home runs. Goddamn. AL leader was Rafael Devers with 47. Damn. Fair enough. All right, let's find out who's going to win the playoffs this year. The World Series. We are not involved in the postseason. Comes down to Baltimore and San Diego. With Baltimore currently ahead, and indeed the O's are on top in 2031. Baltimore wins the World Series, sweeping San Diego in the final after both teams survived Game 7s in the championship series. Wow. Well, let's take a look at Baltimore then. Your world champions, led by Elijah Hood. Tremendous player for them. Alberto De La Rosa. So they acquired these two in trades. Sandy Alcantara, Cade Povich, Andrew Suarez, Willie Diaz at catcher. It's a good team. It is a good team. Top heavy. Maybe not even the best team that we've seen win the World Series so far in terms of the overall roster. But Connor Norby ends up being World Series MVP. The 30-year-old. World Series MVP Connor Norby. Postseason MVPs en route to the final. Of course, Ryan Jeffers led the way for the Padres, while it was Willie Diaz who was outstanding for Baltimore. AL MVP this year, Rafael Devers. Can't disagree with that. Cannot disagree with that. Outstanding season. Your NL MVP. Why? Is it because I don't like the trading system still as much as you were hoping I would? Tell me, SDS, what did I do to deserve this? Other than the consequences of my actions, what did I do to deserve this? Nothing like trading a future MVP winner. To a division rival, no less. Actually, did we trade him directly to Milwaukee? I don't remember. My God. Milwaukee is a hitter-friendly park. I guess so. Your NL Cy Young winner, Mitch Keller. Second Pirates pitcher in the past 3 years. Can't disagree with it necessarily. Bryce Miller, though. 18 wins, a lower ERA. It's a debatable one. AL Cy Young winner for the second year in a row, Ken Copeland. No. Son of Adam. The pride of Toronto. Orangeville. Yeah. Damn. 2-time Cy Young winner. Rookie of the year. Oof. Gotta be on. I mean, he got it for the strikeouts, dude. He struck out 261 people. Yeah, I mean, again, 99 Ks, right? He doesn't even have the velocity or the break that's necessarily elite, but he just strikes people out like nobody's business. So who cares about pitching clutch when nobody ever gets on base? You know? He only gave up 186 hits, 77 runs, only walked 54 people. So, I mean, a 1.18 whip. Had a complete game. 11 and a half strikeouts per 9 innings, man. Crazy. Your NL batting title, Jesus Sanchez ruins the 3-peat, would have been the 4-peat of Ivan Herrera because of injury. On the AL side, Royce Lewis in Cleveland. Your AL reliever of the year, Mason Miller in Detroit. Can't necessarily disagree with it with the saves and the strikeouts. He's got 2 out of 3 over everybody else. Your NL reliever of the year was Chris Murphy, but say hello to Chris Karowski. Chris Karowski in the picture. Had the most strikeouts of the bunch, but I do agree, probably rightful winner with Murphy. AL Rookie of the Year, Kevin McGonigal. At 26 years old, Kevin McGonigal. Can't disagree with it either. Your NL Rookie of the Year was Carson Benj. Randall Scott, and then Joe Calderon. He did it for Billy. The Hank Aaron Award winners, Ellie De La Cruz, Rafael Devers. Do we have any Gold Glove winners? Do we have any Gold Glove winners? Bryce Eldridge won one at first base. Luke Keshal. Doesn't look like we had any Gold Glove winners. Nope, nobody even in the running. So we still got some things to work on. I still like where the team is. We just haven't gotten over that hump yet to make the playoffs, unfortunately. But to the offseason we go. To be honest, I might sim a second season tonight. I think we're close. Marcus Semien retires as expected. I mean, he was 41 years old. Tyler Glasnow's gone. Luis Garcia. Kyle Schwarber. How many home runs did Kyle Schwarber finish with? 465. Not bad. I wish you could sort by stats, by the way. Again, that is another thing. I do have a lot of suggestions for some changes I'd look to make. One thing NHL does really well compared to pretty much any other sports game is allowing you to look and sort retired players' stats. You know, Madden doesn't really let you do it. NBA does, but it's few and far between. We should be able to sort by position, by any stat we want. I should be able to know out of this retirement class who hit the most home runs, who had the most pitching wins, so on and so forth. Instead, I would have to check literally every single player to do that. So that's something they could certainly look to add that I'd be very thankful for. No Hall of Famers in 2031. As we don't lose any of our staff members, I know some people still want to see some heads roll, but not going to happen. We're not going to pay for it. So, exclusive free agent negotiations. We have $109 million to spend. I like Brett Beatty a lot. He has been such a useful player for us. He's not even looking for that bad of a deal. Nor is Rhys Hoskins. Matt Chapman can go as a depth third baseman, so can Gurriel. But Hoskins and Beatty were both still good. You know, Hoskins continuing the DH behind Chunky, like, that's a good call. And then honestly, Beatty hopefully not being the starter, but maybe switching into a backup role at third base. I think we bring those two back. I think we reward him. Although Beatty wants $10 million. I'd like to bring Brett back. I'd like to bring Rhys back, but honestly, I think we might have to wait. We might have to wait. Because what if there is a big, big name out there that we want the money for? That's tough. What did Beatty do this year? 11 home runs, 56 RBIs, a 793 OPS. Only had one error this season, a 4.3 WAR. Brett, if you're willing to accept, that's a lot of money for a depth player, but he's been so good for us. I'm going to wait. All these guys are old. There might be further regression. I'm going to wait. If they get big contracts somewhere else, cool. I hope to bring them back. I want to be a little bit financially safe here. Yeah, let's be financially safe here. We want to know who's out there. And there's some players out there. First things first, our own roster. We are going to look to trim the fat a little bit here. I can't believe I signed Robbie Shealy. You're gone, dude. You're gone. Get out of here. You're not playing a game for this team. Who else did we have as filler players? So yeah, these guys that we're not going to re-sign anyway. Van Batten, Stovall. I did bring back old John Frank Salazar. Players like that were brought in just to fill out the roster. Let's get rid of them. That way they're not taking up a roster spot right now. So we don't need to get rid of everybody, though. Then, Rule 5 eligible. We have Jonah Tong, Ronaldo Lopez, Robbie Vaughn, Chris Silva. If we lose Chris Silva, so be it. Like, there's just... he's just not that good. Chris Bonds, Jack Cerna, Mark Valley. It's kind of a tough call. Honestly, if we lose anybody in the Rule 5, whatever. Like, even Angelo... Well, Angelo Bonilla's not bad, actually. Let's get him on the 40-man. Blanton's not too bad, but if we lose him, whatever. If we lose Carnets, whatever. Darren Drake. Yeah, not too worried about most of these guys. Even Jack Cerna, like, whatever. Arbitration, oh boy. I think it was good that we decided to save some money. Chunky Harris. 1-year deal would be 3.8 in arbitration, or we can just sign him now to 9.5, which honestly isn't that bad, especially because he's going to be getting better and better and being worth more and more. So yeah, we'll try the 9.5. We'll offer him arbitration, though, if he doesn't want to take it at 3.8. Alonzo. 1 year at 4.9. But we'll also just offer him the big boy deal right now, too. Mr. Alonzo, in case you don't want to accept the offer, then we can file for arbitration. That's fine. Wyatt Sposato. 3.5, huh? 3.5 is the call. Is he going to be worth this much money is the question. He might develop into it. That's the hope. That is the hope. And then Hooper. It's the last one here. 1 year at 2.5. We'll offer that out and see if he takes it. There we go. Okay. And then Batten can obviously go. That's not a big deal. Okay. We have the other contracts to hand out. This is probably going to be the first year that I don't bother with renewable. Like, we're just going to sign people. Let's see. Bernal. Let's get you for the rest of your renewable. Down at 780. That way we don't have to do this every single year. Can't even go as low as 780 is the bare minimum. There you go. Kevin Kaiser. It's just a renewable deal. Sure. Angelo Bonilla. Renewable deal. Brandon Ramirez. Same thing. All right. And then Robbie Vaughn. Cool. Tim Ramos. Okay, so they did totally rework the renewables. They actually do have to do it that way unless somebody has Major League time. Okay. Well, so at least we're double checking. That way I'm not flashbanging the hell out of you guys. See if we can get Fleming signed beyond a year. Tulabits. Carnets. Jacobson. All right, so yeah, if they're on the 40-man, then we're okay. Otherwise, we just got to renew the deal. Okay. Fair enough. Go through these as fast as I can. Honeycutt's definitely on the 40-man. Drop him down to 780K. if we can. That works. That guy was cut. All those guys were cut. Ferreras. Just renew that deal. Kevin Black. First projected pick, my ass, because you are terrible. And then we got guys like Elijah Green, Paul Cloven. I mean, most of these guys are just mid as mid can be, but they're good filler for the minor leagues. Jeff Ullman. Might as well go renewable for one more year. Omar Rodriguez, same thing. Apologies for the flashbang. It is distracting. Let's see. I was going to say, what can we look at instead? I don't even know. Madrano. 2-year deal at $780. Never cared about baseball. Decided to download 24 on Game Pass while I'm lost. Well, if you have any questions, ask away, especially from pretty much most aspects of the game. I mean, like, Diamond Dynasty is obviously going to be dead for that version of the game now. But I'm not totally lost when it comes to that mode either. But obviously, if a franchise and road to the show, I got you. Have EA and SDS never heard of a dark mode? I mean, they have. The problem is you still have, like, this particular screen where it's just really, really bright. You know? It is just really bright for this particular screen. So, Dan Montez, you were on the roster, too. Diaz got the call up. No, he didn't. Start renewing. Yeah, it is leaving Game Pass shortly. Again, the Game Pass era of MLB is over. It is over. Goodness gracious. Getting flashbanged like I'm playing Counter-Strike. It's awful, isn't it? Well, what choice do I have? I just got to get us through it. All right, here we go. It's the home stretch. It's not. We still have starters. I'm so sorry. All right, James Bond. You were atrocious this year. You are certainly not getting $7 million. I hate to tell you. You're closer to the unemployment line than you are $7 million, I promise. Bring in Bob Henley. Bill Ullman. Choo-choo, motherfucker. Sign him. Feliciano ended up on the 40-man this year. So did Cairo. At least not as bad as the draft in Madden that year. Legitimately blinding. Like, legitimately, I'm quite sure they had to have gotten sued over how that draft screen worked in Madden 2 years ago. Holy. That's one of the biggest channel memes in history, is that draft screen. All right. Free agency. Drum roll. The top players are Elijah Hood, Jackson Holiday, Kyle Teal, and Roman Anthony. Okay. So, if we look at the roster, catcher, in theory, we're fine. Herrera, Bernal, good combo. We do need a backup first baseman to Chunky Harris. Presumably it's Rhys Hoskins still. Second base, we still have a choice. Do we try to develop the younger talents, or do we just bring in a home run shot? Third base, we don't have anybody. We don't have anybody. It is true Fleming could play third while Tulibitz plays second, but the reason why they're at second is they don't have very good arm strength. That's why they're at second base, all of these guys. Although Carnet's got a little bit better. So we absolutely need a starting third baseman. We need a backup third baseman as well. Shortstop, it's Westberg and Honeycutt. That's not going to change. Technically, we could look at a shortstop and then move Westberg or said shortstop. Left field is Alonso. We're good. Center field's Merrill. Right is Ullman. We're good. Another ace of a starter. We have so many young guys in the mix here, but we could easily move out Matthews and Bond, But again, Dixon's ready to go. Dixon's ready to go. Pedro Cairo's ready to go. So, I mean, another ace is a question. The relievers are in a similar spot. How much help do we actually need? So if we go to free agency, team needs, we're going to do left-handed batter, right-handed batter. Positionally, we are going to look at second, short, and third as the focus. So, your top catcher is Kyle Teal. You also have Dalton Rushing. Again, it's nobody that we're going to look to sign, but just so people know who the top names are that are out there. First base, Torkelson, Gorman. Gorman's not even looking for that much money after winning MVP. Again, we might look for a backup. Bryce Harper. They moved Bryce Harper to first base? What? The AI can move where people are playing? No, I didn't know that because I haven't seen it. Has been first base. No, he was listed as a right fielder in this game. He was at right field in the video game, is my thing. When we were talking about maybe trading for him last season, he was listed in right field. Now it's only showing him at first base. I'm not talking about real life. I'm talking about from the video game perspective. That's super weird. His primary was listed in right field, I swear to God. But now he's only showing up as a first baseman in free agency. That is really weird. That is really weird. He's a first baseman, Diamond Eyes. Again, he was not, though, on this roster when we were talking about trading for him, when we were also joking about Juan Soto. I promise. I promise you he was in right field. I absolutely promise you. That is so weird. That is so weird. Or I finally officially lost my mind, but I am like 99.9% certain he was in right. We looked at him last night. It's just bizarre, but okay. Maybe that is our DH this year. We'll see. I still really do like the idea, though, of bringing back Hoskins. So, in terms of backup first baseman, there's no one that we're immediately going to target here, obviously. Second base, Jackson Holliday. 28 years young, huh? Wants a 7-year deal. Shit. Screenshot you posted on Twitter, list him at first base in the trade finder.
I'm just trying to walk.
I don't know if I believe you. Riker, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome in. Hold on. I swear, though. I swear. You're right. In this screenshot, he is listed as a first baseman. But I swear he was listed in right field last night when we scrolled past it. I guess I'm just finally losing my mind. There's that 99% goalie with the follow as well. Thank you for that. Confirmed I've lost it. Apparently. Can't trust these eyes anymore, man. I'm getting too old. Dab as well, the Elite Boys rocking it. All right. Fucking Jackson Holliday. Did we go for Jackson Holliday? Cue the X-Files music. Look, it is possible, right? It is possible. I'm in my early 30s now. The mind can just be going. It's true. Put me in a home, man. It's already happening. Right? It's already happening. Christ, my dog has the early stages of dementia. I guess I'm just going downhill with her. But, all right, let's see. He's still really good in the field, too. This is what happens when you turn 30. Yeah. Holiday is not a bad option to get that extra infielder. Not at all. We'll keep track of him. I'm not committing to him yet, though. Third base, Kobe Mayo. Just start of the season, just sets off Orioles Twitter, for better or worse. Connor Norby, who was the World Series MVP, but he's 31. Brady House, I'd rather go for Holiday. Just wait until you reach 40 and beyond. Dude, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. And then Brett's still there. That's not too bad. Shortstop, Jordan Lawler, Jacob Wilson. Okay. If we're looking for that extra infielder, it's Jackson Holiday. It is. We need a third baseman. Holiday could be moved to third or short, and then we move Westberg around. That's not too bad. I think Jackson Holiday has to be a top target. Has to be. I don't want to sign him for 7 years. I'll promise you that. But still. And then there's Elijah Hood. Do we need him? No. Do I want him? Yes. Yes, I do. I mean, we'd be kind of dumb to not trade for, or to not try to acquire this guy if we could, right? 17 home runs, 80 RBI. Only had an 828 OPS, excuse me. The OBP was 369. Losing my mind. See? I'm gone. It's over. Free agent at 24. He was traded and did start playing in the majors at 18. How did Roku do for us in his debut season? Roki the Roku Sasaki? He did well. He wasn't up there for the Cy Young, but he did well. What do we have in center? Damn, Roman Anthony's only 27. Damn. And then in right has Aaron Judge. Previously aforementioned Aaron Judge. Roman Anthony, Gold Glover. How well he's going to do at the plate, though. 19 home runs, 64 RBIs. Typically in the 7s for an OPS. If we go after Hood, we go after Roman Anthony as well. Really just take that home run swing. Let's see, relievers. I want the top 150. Tanner Scott, Edwin Diaz, nobody too crazy, especially with the core that we already have. Uribe, Kerkering, nobody that we want. Best pitcher out there is Mitch Keller, who did just win the Cy Young, but he's 35. Jackson Jobe at 29, Andrew Painter at 28. We're not going for a pitcher. Nah. Jackson Holiday, biggest need, number 1 spot. Elijah Hood, definitely interested. Honestly interested in Roman Anthony as well. These are the 3 guys that we're going to target this postseason. And then aside from that, it's mostly backups, or we just let the younger players that we already have fill in those gaps, right? So it's not that bad. Trade for the Blue Jays. They got shortstop Aiden Miller. Let's see, what is he? 27B potential and an 86. For Vinny McCullough and Jake Bloss. What a great name, Jake Bloss. All right, let's take a look. Let's get an update. We did get Chunky Harris back. Very nice. 40-man, still got some concerns. We still got some dudes out there who haven't re-signed yet. Free agency. Holiday is on a 61% motivation to sign out of the gates. We got to send him an offer right now. We'll get that credit for being the first team to sign him or try to sign him to a competitive offer. We got to go for him right now. I'd love to take more time. Part of me wants to lowball him. We can get him up to 68%. We do only have $51 million to spend. We got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, Hood and Anthony are pretty unlikely at this point. If I sign Jackson Holiday immediately, we're definitely out on Elijah Hood. Don't lowball me. I know what I'm worth. Monk, thank you for the 49. Hope you've been well, friendo. I know people have talked over the last couple nights about maybe playing something, but didn't look like the numbers were there. Didn't look like it. If we don't try to sign Holiday now, the motivation can go higher. We can get him for cheaper. But if somebody else offers him a deal, then we're in trouble. We need to get, he's our top priority. We got to go for him now. It's a 5-year deal. The first positive offer is at $28.5 million. Let's try that. We won't max it out, but there we go. An extra 5% motivation. We'll see if Jackson Holiday signs with us. Aside from that, smartest thing we can do right now is see if there's any dead cap of just someone who needs to go. Jordan Westburg is up there. You know, if we get Jordan Westburg out of here and essentially replace him with Jackson Holiday, we're looking pretty good. That extra money will allow us to sign somebody decent. You also have Goodson and Matthews, Tink, Hentz. These guys are getting paid a ton to have been starters. They weren't good enough starters. They're definitely not worth that as backups. We have some trades to make here. Absolutely have some trades to make here.